Yo peeps, it's your boy Tripl-L, and today I'm here to bring you a Pokemon related video, this time talking about the freshest thing out of this part of the internet, the Team Skull leader, the new Pokemon team, the evil team, Guzma, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who leaves destruction in his wake. In this video I'm pretty much going to be talking about this guy, maybe some little things about the team he leads, but really it's more about Guzma and talking about what I think this guy represents. Okay, let's cut that out. Anyway, no, like I'm saying, this is a video all about the Team Skull boss. I've been wanting to talk about him for a while, and really the reason I want to talk about it is because in Guzma, I kind of see something. I see something slightly different than anything we've seen before in other Pokemon villains. You know, if I was to really look at Guzma and if I was to say what kind of evil, what his brand of evil is, I would say it is petty personal evil. And in that, what I mean is, actually no, that's exactly what I mean, petty personal evil. Like, look man, when you start looking at this trailer, you have that one moment that establishes what he's all about, and it's the moment he's talking to Professor Kakui, where he's pretty much saying that he pretty much just gives this impression of he hates the world, they screwed him over, now he's gonna kind of get his revenge. But in him doing that, it's kind of opened up this really interesting characterization, I think. Now I think the best way to continue this discussion is to compare him to the other teams. In terms of the other teams, the ones that I would say that Guzma and Team Skull by extension kind of maybe like match with better might be Team Rocket. They don't really fit in with the eco-terrorists of Team Aqua and Team Magma. I mean, those guys kind of had a big global thing to them. They had a global ideology. They don't really fit in with Team Galactic, because Team Galactic had a public face and they were considered to be nice. I mean, they had a giant building in Veilstone City, for crying out loud. And they don't really fit in with Team Plasma, because Team Plasma for Black and White had an ideology behind them. They don't really fit in with Team Flare, because again, Team Flare was kind of in the public eye, no one really knew what they were doing. Team Rocket though, people of the region were aware of them, and the thing with Team Skull is that at least in Team Skull's case, it seems that everyone is aware of who they are, and that's the thing about them, right? Team Skull represents this kind of immediate evil, because really they are vandals. They are introduced with vandalizing the sites of the Island Challenge or the trials or whatever you want to call them. So already they're being established as this force that everyone knows is just up to no good, and it's to the point where it's even brought to be personal with one of the professors. You've never really seen this kind of interaction between a professor and the evil team boss. I mean, let's start counting. Oak? No. I mean, and I'm just referring to the video games because Pokemon Special doesn't count. Oak? No. Elm? No. Burke? No. Rowan? No. He had no interaction with that team whatsoever. Juniper? No. Possibly Sycamore, but that's just, I mean, they had a bit of interaction, but at least with Guzma, Guzma is actively just antagonistic towards Professor Kakui, and that's just so interesting. And even when you see him, everything about him just screams he's out in the open. It's not like Team Rocket. I mean, Giovanni, he ends up running a gym. No one knows this thing, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows, yeah, Guzma is a danger. He is not a good influence for your kids. Hide your kid, hide your wife, because Guzma is around and he's not that great of an influence to have. So when it comes to Team Skull, at least when it comes to Guzma, I feel like there's a lot of potential here, because these guys are just, they're immediate. They're an immediate danger. They're gonna like really try to mess with you in a way that I think no other team has. But now, like I said at the beginning, Guzma to me seems to be a very petty evil. He seems to be a petty personal evil. Like, he has something, he's been wrong, he wants to get his revenge. He has his grunts go buy their own clothes, and then they go out together like a gang and they start tagging everything and just start breaking stuff, because that's really what they seem like to be doing. Anyway, everything about the character, just the way he poses, the way he stands, the way he talks, it really gives off that idea of this spontaneous personality, this really loud and in-your-face personality. And this personality isn't really what I think would be an endgame boss. You know, when we have all these big conflicts in past Pokemon games where it's you and the boss about to take, you know, showdown in front of some legendary Pokemon, I don't think that Guzma in particular is gonna reach that kind of level of epicness, you know? I actually think there might be someone else behind it. I think Guzma's more likely to be taken advantage of by another organization or team. And what team would that be? What team am I referring to? Well, guys, like, I don't know. Like, you know, I just feel that something isn't right here. I feel that the way that Guzma is being set up is just a bit too immediate, you know. He doesn't have that sense of grandiose that a lot of the other villains have, and you know, there must be someone. I just think there's something else going on here, but we'll have to see. Anyway, guys, that was just my very quick impressions on Guzma and Team Skull by extension. There will be another video coming up after this one, and man, I once I figure out what team or who is the person that I think is really the end game villain here, I'll make another video, but I really need to do a lot of research on this one because I feel it's something out of this world.